Good morning. Let's see one question. Using this Venn diagram, we need to answer these two questions. Okay. So, the first question is find number of A intersection B. So, before going to the question directly, we have to learn the Venn diagram. A proper learning of Venn diagram is required. So, here the Venn diagram has universal set mentioned as rectangle, and the set first set is A, second set is B. Okay, so there are two sets in the universal set. Okay, now when you think about set A, what are the elements in set A? Yes, set A. This is set A, isn't it? What are the elements in set A? Set A has 3 and 7, but 7 is shared with B. Okay, so set A has how many elements? Two elements, which are 3 and 7. So whether an element is common to B or not, that doesn't matter. What are the elements in A? Is nothing but set 3, 7. Now what are the elements in B? This is B. Yes. So what are the elements in that? 7 and 12. In this circle, you just see what are the elements in this circle. They are 7 and 12. Okay. So B has two elements which are 7 and 12. So if the question is about A and B, we can say A is set 3, 7 and A has two elements. So number of elements of A is 2. There are two elements. And number of elements of B is also 2. But our question is not related to that, but this is a part of learning a diagram. And what is this 5 stands for? Is 5 is the number which does not belong to A or B or A union B. It's not a part of A union B. That is meant by this one. That means this is the complement of A union B. Remember what is A union B? In A union B, we consider all the elements in A and B. Okay. Now our question is about number of A intersection B. For that, when we consider these two sets, what do you mean by intersection? Intersection is, in a simple way, we can say that is a common region of A and B. So when two Venn diagrams A and B join together, which is the common region you could find in this? Is this common? Is this region common? No. Is this region? No. Then which is the common region? This one, no? Yes. This is the common region of A and B. So that is A intersection B. Okay. So here which is A intersection B part? In this A intersection B part, is this one, no? Yes. This is A intersection B. Okay. So which is the element in A intersection B? So let's write A intersection B first. Which is the element in A intersection B? Yes, it is 7. So how many elements are there in A intersection B now? Only one element. So we can write number of A intersection B is 1. If so, find what is A union B here. This is not a part of question, but let's do. What is A union B of this? What is A union B? A union B is all the elements presented in A and B. All the elements of A and B you have to take. That means which are the all the elements? If you say take 3, 7 and 12. So take 3, 7 and 12 as A union B. And A intersection B is set 7. So A union B has how many elements? Yes, 3 elements. But in universal set has how many elements? How many elements are there in universal set? Yes, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there in universal set. Universal set has 4 elements. A union B has these 3 elements. A intersection B has only 1 element. And what is this 5 stands for? Yes, It is the complement of A union B. So complement of A union B is this 5, which is not in A and B. Okay. So complement of A union B is this one. Now let's check the next question. An element is chosen at random. Find the probability that the element is in set B. So here we have totally 4 elements, which are 3, 7, 12 and 5. Out of these 4 elements, one element is chosen at random. We have 4 elements, 3, 7, 12, 5. Okay. We have to choose one element from that. Okay. And that element should be from set B. The element which you choose should be from set B. If so, what is the probability of this activity that is meant by the question? So totally how many elements we have? Total number of elements 4. That is known as total outcome. Recall the concept of probability. So what is the total outcome here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers are there to come as outcome. Any one of these 4 numbers can be the outcome. So total number of outcome is 4. Now what is the favorable outcome you want? Yes, your experiment is with set of element, the elements from set B. We want elements from set B. Okay, when you choose from this, when you choose an element, we don't want it from set A, we don't want it from the complement, we want that element from set B. Okay, so how many elements are there in set B? Yes, there are 2 elements in set B. So we can say that one as favorable outcome. So number of favorable outcome, number of total outcome is 4 and number of favorable outcome is 2. Why it is 2? Because set B has 2 elements. As per our question is related to set B. So number of total outcome is 4 and favorable outcome is 2. Therefore, probability of the event, here the event is getting an element from set B, is 2 divided by 4. That is number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome, which is equal to 1 over 2 as answer. Next question. The Venn diagram shows the number of elements in each set. You can find out the Venn diagram. It shows the number of elements in each set. These are not the elements in this question, but the previous question they were the elements. Now 3 is not the element of this part. This 3 represents there are 3 elements in this part. We do not know which are those elements, and we don't want those elements here because our question also dealt with number. So what is this 5 represents? Yes, there are 5 elements which are the intersection of P and Q. There are 5 elements which are the common elements of P and Q. What is this 10? Yes, there are 10 elements which are only Q. This portion is only Q. Remember that. Okay, so what is this 9 represents? Yes, there are 9 elements which are not A union B. This is P union Q. This is P union Q complement. Okay. Because you understand the diagram very clearly. When you consider a diagram, Venn diagram PQ, what is this portion represents? Yes, that is P intersection Q. And when you consider the same Venn diagram, what is this whole shade represents? What is it represents? Yes, that represents A union P. So these all things you have to remember, and you have to understand all these things. Simply being as an IGCSE student without thinking anything, if you want spoon feeding answers, it doesn't work. We need more thinking in IGCSE mathematics questions. Okay, and let me draw another one Venn diagram. This question, what does it represent? If it is P and Q, what does this region represent? Can you say what does it represent? Yeah, it is nothing but, see, it has only P, isn't it? If we shade this region also, if we shade like this, it represents P. So you have to understand the difference. This one represents P and this one represents only P. What's the difference? Yes. This P consists of a small part of Q also. Okay, this P consists of a small part of Q also. That is, this P consists of only P and P intersection Q. This is P intersection Q. That is, P stands for here. But this one, it consists of only P. So find out that difference. Okay. Let's see another Venn diagram. I am shading one region here, and I'll shade one more region. You have to say what do you mean by this one. This is P and this is Q. So what this shade represents and what does this shade represent? Yes, what this shade represents? Yes, it is only Q. But this one, we can say simply Q. What's the difference? Only Q consists of only the region of Q, means no P. Only the region of Q means nothing but no P. But when it comes here, it stands for Q because it consists of only Q and a small portion where P and Q comes. Okay. Now, what does this shade represent? Just check what does this shade represent. Yes. So what is this unshaded region represent? It is P union Q, no? Unshaded region is P union Q. So what will be shaded region? Shaded region is not in P union Q. So it is P union Q complement. Now in this, what is the shaded region represent? So you see what is the unshaded region here? Unshaded region is P. Yes. So what will be shaded region? It will be not P. Yes. Now what is this shaded region? Yes. When you check the unshaded region, it is Q. Unshaded region is Q. That means shaded region is not Q because it is out of Q. So unshaded region is not Q. Now let's look at our Venn diagram. We want the number of P dash intersection Q. We want the number of P dash intersection Q. So let's divide it into two parts. One is P complement and the other one is Q. So here our main task is to identify the region. Directly we cannot find this answer from the Venn diagram. You cannot find this answer directly from the Venn diagram. So we have to make its corresponding shaded region. That is the question. We have to make its corresponding shaded region, and in that shaded region, how many elements are there? That's the concept we have to identify. Okay, so for that, let us take the set. Set is P dash intersection Q. Now let's shade that one. Okay, we have to use one shade for P dash and another shade for Q. We are using two shades. One is for P dash and another is for Q, because there are two sets. Let us shade P dash with horizontal. So what do you mean by P dash? Not P. Not P means all the region other than P. So take all the regions other than P. Okay. So this shade represents P dash, isn't it? Did you get what I mean by this one? Okay. Now let's shade Q. Q we are going to shade with horizontal line. Q means this line, this one. Let's shade the region Q with vertical line. So let's shade it. Got it? Okay. Now what do you want here? Intersection. Our question consists of intersection. What do you mean by intersection? It's nothing but the common region of both the sets. So we want the common region of both of these. So what is the common region of horizontal and vertical? Common region of horizontal and vertical. We are making some horizontals and some verticals. In this, which is the common region? This portion now. That means cross. There is a common region. Which is the region here? Yes, this one. Yes, this is the region which is horizontal and vertical. Okay, so this is the region which we required for our question. Now look at this region in your Venn diagram. This region. It is this one. How many elements are there? There are 10 elements in that. So we get number of P dash intersection Q is 10 as answer. Question 2 is find number of P intersection Q dash. We have to find number of P intersection Q dash. So for that also we have to make the corresponding Venn diagrams. So let's draw the Venn diagram. And our question is number of P intersection Q dash. That means we have two sets here. One is P and the other set is Q dash. We want P and Q dash and its intersection. So we have to use one shade for P and another shade for Q. These shades we are making for our convenience to get the answer. Otherwise it is difficult to find out this region. Okay. I'm using P horizontal shade and Q dash vertical shade. Okay. So P. Okay. So we shaded P horizontally. And now we need to shade Q dash vertically. Q dash means not Q. That means we don't want this part. We don't want this inside region. We have to shade the other regions other than Q. Like this. Now we shaded P horizontally and Q dash vertically. Q dash means not Q. Now we want the intersection of this one because our question is with intersection. So find the intersection of these two, which is the cross regions. Okay, because horizontal and vertical, they intersect at cross regions. So which is the cross region? This one. Yes, this region. What is that region in our Venn diagram? So this region is same as here, this one. Yes. How many elements are there? 3 elements. So we get number of P intersection Q dash as 3. Okay. Question. Read the Venn diagram carefully and answer the questions. The Venn diagram has universal set, and there are 2 sets in the Venn diagram, set P and set Q. And think about the elements of set P. Which are the elements of set P? It's F, G, H, I, J. They are the elements of set P. And what are the elements in set Q? Set Q, I, J, K. And M, N, which are out of P and Q. Okay, so let's find the first answer, P intersection Q. What is P intersection Q? What do you mean by intersection? You know already. Intersection is the common region of P and Q. The intersection of P and Q. Which is the intersection of P and Q? This one, isn't it? So that is this region. So which are the elements in that region? Is I and J. So P intersection Q is set I, J. Okay. Now the next question is P union Q. P union Q. So what is P union Q? Yes, as per the definition, P union Q is set of all the elements presented in either A or either P or Q or both P and Q. That means we have to consider all the elements of P and Q. Consider all the elements of P and Q, which are F, G, H, I, J, K. F, G, H, I, J, K. That represents P union Q. Now, we have to find number of P union Q complement. Number of P union Q, the whole complement. For this, no shade is required, easily we can understand. P union Q means this total part is P union Q. This is P union Q. Yes. So we want P union Q the whole complement. That means not P union Q. This is P union Q means not P union Q will be out of this region. Yes. So which are the elements in that set Mn? How many elements? 2 elements are there. So number of P union Q the whole complement is 2. Now we want this next question is shade P dash intersection Q. We done the same question before also. We want to find P dash intersection Q. Shade it. So we use for P dash a horizontal shade. Use ruler for all these shades, okay? And for Q, we use vertical shade. Okay. Let's shade P dash as horizontal. P dash means not P. So shade except P. So we get it as P dash, and we want now Q. Shade Q. Okay. Now we get the common region of P dash and Q. Which is the common region of P dash and Q? This one. It is common region because it is intersection. So this is the intersection of P complement and Q, and the element present in that is K. It's not asked, but just I said. Okay. Now, question is to fill the blank. Set FGH dash to P. You see set FGH, element FGH dash to P, which is the exact term we can use here. Set FGH, as it is mentioned as a set FGH is a subset of P. Set FGH is a subset of P. See, because P is Set FGHIJ. What is P? Set FGHIJ. This is set P. So if you take only set FGH, it will be a subset of P. Instead of that, if I ask you F dash to P, F is dash of P, there we can say F is an element of P. G is an element of P.